I got to visit my parents for the first time the entire semester.
We were
Cool.
last week. We reviewed Us.
Oh yeah, the movie I didn't watch.
Yeah. I'm also gonna give my review for a movie that neither of you watched.
Oh yeah, tell me about it, and I'll make up what it is.
It's Unplanned.
Unplanned. That's the movie about the preschool that was built in like 1980, and there's just a bunch of children that are thrown in for like a battle royale style thing. They got to find their parents.
Is it about unplanned pregnancy?
It's about abortions.
I figured.
Abortion clinic.
I like his
Oh, wow.
description better.
It's a Christian, like, sort of propaganda film, but like, I don't know.
I don't like those two words in the same thing because I usually think of bad movies when I hear Christian propaganda.
I'm not a huge fan of a lot of Christian movies. Like, I understand the message that they think is really important, that they're like trying really hard to give, but the movies themselves are usually pretty bad.
Except for Facing the Giants.
This movie wasn't bad.
Facing the Giants was okay.
This movie wasn't bad. There was a bit sketchy acting, and I'm gonna blame that on the probably what was a bad budget. But for the most part, it was pretty okay. But it came off as a bit of a.
It's a bit heavy-handed.
Very gruesome too.
I think
these movies are always gruesome. Like, did you guys watch Faith Like Potatoes?
Yeah, but that was actually kind of a good movie. I remember
it was okay, but like this little kid, he's like riding on a tractor and he gets his sleeve caught into whatever. And he just gets like eaten up by the tractor wheel like 3 times. It was very graphic and brutal.
I was going to bring up the movie Saved by Grace, which is a very inaccurate portrayal of autism.
Cool.
I would know. You would know.
Well, no, I watched
Everybody
it.
In this
basically,
room
they
would
treated autistic people like they were not human. So anyone who had autism, they just like push away and stand at a distance. Like, yeah, they have to be here for this, and it's just like, dude, that's not how it works. I have like 4 autistic friends, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, I mean, autistic people aren't human. I mean,
whoa, all right. They're better.
Trust me, I know.
According to the Predator,
I'm one of them.
We play it hard.
According to the Predator movie, they're more than human.
Oh my
They're
Lord.
better.
We're not talking about that movie. I don't want to talk about that movie.
Today on Hair of the Dog.
So
but yeah,
bad.
we got some news, some Suicide Squad news also.
We should probably do the weather and
got some Godzilla news. But before we get into any of that, we're gonna jump right into the weather and the verse of the day. So the weather today, let me refresh this. Ooh, gotta love that CBCC. It got 9 degrees hotter.
Wow.
Since you opened it. 70 degrees Fahrenheit today, 21 degrees Celsius for our German boys across the pond. Represent 64% humidity. I want to die. An easterly wind of 12 miles per hour, and that's pretty much it. It's getting a little bit warm, a little bit too warm for my taste. I do not like the humidity, but at least we have wind today. We did not yesterday.
That's true. But like, I spent a couple months in New Mexico during high school, and like,
okay, weird flex, but
it was hotter there than it usually gets here, but it felt a lot nicer because the air is so clear and like not wet. You know, there's a difference between like.
I'd rather live in Arizona than here. I'm gonna be honest.
There's like muggy heat, and then there's like just heat. I'd much rather go with like heat.
You just gotta like cover yourself for the heat. The sun is weird because like in this, like you can't escape the heat because it's just the moisture. You're being boiled alive. And the other one, in like straight heat, dry heat, you're just being baked. Just gotta cover yourself from the.
Just gotta hide from the sun's deadly rays.
Yeah, you gotta go the way of the Sidewinder and burrow under the desert sand.
Sidewinders are so weird.
Yeah,
I have no idea what we're talking about right
Sidewinders.
It's a kind of snake. It moves sideways. It like slithers sideways.
I think you guys are talking about crabs.
No, it's a snake, and he instead of just like going forward, he like slithers sideways. It's weird.
Yeah, that's a crab.
By the way, YouTube people,
crabs have legs. They don't slither.
We made our intro, but we didn't make it for the YouTube people. You're listening to the Hair of the Dog with Husky Dingo and.
What do you mean? What do you mean, YouTube people?
What's up, YouTube people? I apologize for our lack of professionalism.
Oh man,
But I mean, that's what you've come to expect from the hair of the dog. We play.
why would you even sign out? Like, really?
I don't know. They signed out on everything. They just shut the whole thing down for me to try to start up
Who
again.
had the show after us? Like,
I don't know. This
I want to go bust
There's
their
a schedule
kneecaps.
right
I found like a bunch of pocket lint on the table
Is it
too.
Nick? No,
It might have been.
Oh, it's Katie.
Well,
Hmm. Well,
Katie Baker Bratwurst. It was,
gonna have to lay the law down.
I'd like to say, like, if it was Nick, I'd just be sad. But now that it's someone other than Nick, I'm just disappointed. Like I can
I expect these things from Nick. Anyway,
Nick is after us.
further in the week, we have thunderstorms, and for the most part, up until Monday night, where it gets a little bit clear, and up until Wednesday. So
Cool.
60 and 70%, 50 to 70% chances of rain from today to Monday. So, good grief. With highs of 70 up to 75. Oh my Lord. All right. Verse of the day, 1 John 3:16. Not the John 3:16 that most people know, but by this we know love, that he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brothers.
For the brotherhood.
For the brotherhood.
For the watch.
For the brothers. Anyways, that's not the John 3:16 that most people know, but that's still a good verse. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Denotes the commitment, the amount of commitment, or the degree of commitment one should have towards Christ and that mission. I promise we're not in a cult.
I mean, depending on how you look at it, Christianity could be a cult.
I mean, it was a cult. It was a cult at one point because we were a small following. I don't know what defines a cult.
Cults fall under cult. Talking backwards because I'm in a cult. Cults fall under certain financial and psychological categories. Usually a cult will try to get money out of you, and they use certain techniques to brainwash or make you dependent on the cult.
So it is a cult.
I don't think so.
I mean, depending on what denomination you are.
Most Bibles are free.
I don't feel like I'd be scrutinized if I or something I don't Scientology is a heavy cult. They actively try to prevent you from leaving the church.
Yeah, most
in usually in really dangerous ways.
Cults are usually small because just the way they operate, if they become too popular and fall under heavy scrutiny, most of the time, they're disbanded.
And I usually don't see Mormonism. I think that's a cult because that's first of all, it's based on nonsense. Well, at least with Christianity, we have actual historical events throughout history that kind of anchor that doctrine.
I guess there's separate. There's the Mormons. I don't think are a thing anymore. And then there's the Lutheran Church.
I don't know.
Which is kind of based in. They use the Book of Mormon still, but they're kind of their own thing, I believe.
Yeah, that thing has so many.
I started this as just a joke, and I'm sad to say it became a topic of discussion.
Well, it's too late.
Anyway, that's the verse of the day. Hope you enjoyed that verse of the day as much as we did.
Verse of the day, he loves us so much, lay your life down for the cult.
Lay your life down for me.
I don't feel comfortable.
You shall be the blood sacrifice.
And I will carry you to the gates of Valhalla.
Well,
I don't feel comfortable with the direction you guys are taking.
Witness me!
Jesus. I shall carry you to the gates of the local Denny's.
I've never seen someone who needed to be carried to Denny's. I've seen people who needed to be carried away from Denny's all the time. That's a common occurrence.
I mean, technically, since if you don't have a car, then you need to be carried to places all the time.
Man.
Oh, you got me.
So whenever we go somewhere, technically we're carrying you there.
You know what? After this, let's all go down to Denny's and get the maple bacon sundae. Is Sunday with maple bacon in it.
How about after this, I go home and never talk to you again for making that statement?
I would love that. Mission accomplished.
We got him, boys.
Great work, Snake.
Snake, boss, you just killed a child. Great work, boss. That's why you're the best. All right. Before we
I
get into
love making references no one will get.
before we get into the main body of the show, let's just take a break for music and take a break from music and an ad. All right, we'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
Don't do it.
Oh my lord.
We got some difficulties today.
Don't touch that dial.
Have you mixed your pain meds, your sleep meds, your allergy meds? Call the Poison Helpline. Has your child eaten a tube of toothpaste, a chip of paint, a wild mushroom? Call the Poison Helpline. Have you been bitten by a spider, a snake, an insect? Call the Poison Helpline. Poisonings can happen at the home, on the job, or in the great outdoors. Call the Poison Helpline first for fast, free advice from medical professionals. Call 1-800-222-1222 anytime, anywhere. 1-800-222-1222. Save the number, save a life. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
still trapped in your cage. I'm still bound by my chains. Is the world stopping dead in its tracks? Let me show you how to break it out. Precious souls are faded to metals in a way you've never seen before. Inside the chaos of pain, triumphs away. Search for your crimson, it will be your guide. Feeling old and to feel, knowing just who you are. You'll see a new world and we'll make you love. Fighting gold, keeping around the river. Driving something bright that rides on stars in the sky. My soul shines. Our lives are never fade. From under when you vacate, fly higher down the coast. Our first nation and phenomenal. Fighting gold. Tell me, are you really free? Tell me, am I really free? Is the world frozen by millions tracks? Let me show you how to kick off now. Crystals fade into metals in a way you've never seen before. Between the sky and the sea, blue as can be. Search for your crimson, it will be your guide. Being just who you are, knowing just what you are, to see a new world and we'll make you love. Fighting cold, keeping my body age. There's a cross sky, the passion for to spend some time. My soul shines. I ride to high with soul. I'm strong in my body, fly higher down the coast. I'm first to nation and phenomenal. Fighting gold. So sharp to rain keeps falling down on me. Fighting gold, keeping around the rivers. Driving something bright that rides on stars in the sky. My soul shines. Our lives are never fade. From under when you vacate, fly higher down the coast. Our first nation and phenomenal. Fighting gold.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hair of the Dog. You're listening to Husky, Dingo, not Dingo, Updog, and Drowsy Bassett.
What's up, morning people? I am exhausted.
Just tell me.
The computer mic is still on.
Yeah,
Does it not matter?
no.
Okay.
It's-
Just an exchanging of shoddy looks from me and Eli,
all right.
That was
trying to
weird.
communicate something without words.
Yeah, you were saying you went to see.
My whole mojo is.
Yeah, that was weird. I was trying to. I was trying to say something, but I was watching you guys. I was like, I am exhausted.
Yeah.
I want to save my own plan review for later. Let's do our JoJo review.
JoJo!
This last episode.
One of my favorites.
Spicy Lady.
Spicy Lady.
The Spice Girls were introduced.
Spicy Lady.
Is it the Spice Girls or Spice Girl? Singular.
It's Spice Girl,
okay.
but it's supposed to be a reference to the Spice Girls.
I get it. Yeah. I think it's an interesting stand power.
I
think
really like this episode. I was looking forward to it.
it's a cool stand power, I guess.
It's not as cool as that one guy who could like give you a whole bunch of diseases. The stand.
Oh yeah,
Purple Haze.
Purple Haze.
Who literally could have beaten this stand, by the way.
Yeah, but I would have killed everyone on the plane.
Yeah, I mean,
No, because Giorno was there.
It,
Giorno made a cure last time because all Purple Haze would have to do is punch something and Giorno make that a snake again.
yeah, but he would have to do like a lot of that really quickly. Also, he was unconscious.
Giorno?
but he would have never been
Yeah.
unconscious.
He was inside the turtle. The turtle would die, and
Yeah,
they would
but
probably all die too.
If Fugo was there, then none of that would have happened. Mista wouldn't have got hurt.
Fugo
Narancia
is
wouldn't have
the
got
most
hurt.
overpowered.
I'm
stand
saying
user.
they wouldn't just use a stand that creates a poisonous gas in an airplane with a locked ventilation system
Yeah, they would have.
just
They're stupid.
immediately.
They're stupid.
Now that they know there's a counter to it.
Oh man.
No, I don't think they would have done it.
Anyways, latest episode of JoJo. It was interesting.
I guess
We
It was
got
pretty good.
new stand power. New stand Spice Girl. She punches things and makes them elastic more and softer, which is a really weird power until you see it used in this very specific situation.
I think she's only in like one other fight.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
When's Polnareff going to be in? I want to see Polnareff.
I don't know.
I'm thinking it's going to be after a few character deaths.
I'm kind of done with this part of JoJo. I'll be honest. I'm thinking of just like going to the manga and reading on and not bothering too much more because I don't know. Like we were talking about how the Stardust Crusaders would fight
Yeah.
this stand they were fighting. What was it called?
Notorious Chase.
Notorious Chase.
Notorious Big.
Notorious. God.
what its
Subtitles.
actual name is.
Yeah, Notorious Big. How they would fight it, and even that conversation seemed more
Ugh.
interesting than the actual episode. So
How would they fight him? I didn't have this conversation with anyone.
Basically, Avdol would kill it,
Abdal would get to do something finally.
but it would
Other than die.
it would involve it
Twice.
fighting Jotaro and Polnareff first, and it would beat up Jotaro.
It
And
would
then-
eat him.
It would Jotaro. I don't think Star Platinum is very well suited to fight this thing.
No, it seems to like
He can-
respond well to speed.
Yeah, he could get away from it, but like using some like clever JoJoing. But
Yeah.
like aside from that, I don't. It'd be hard. Iggy would be pretty useless.
Yeah, I don't think
Pocket sand.
Pocket Sand. I don't think Hierophant Green could do too much either, just because it's.
Yeah, I
It
think
could use like Emerald Splash to draw it away. Maybe.
Emerald
Joseph would be
Splash.
flying the plane and it would have crashed.
Yeah.
already.
Hi-
Oh, that'd be so. I just realized
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just a JoJo thing to have planes crash on you.
They would have had
No plane crash can kill Joseph Joestar.
Also, the fact that they established it cannot die, but they got rid of it by throwing it to the ocean where things are always moving.
It's just
Yeah.
chasing the water.
or just probably just eats
Also,
fish.
I have a theory that that's the Bermuda Triangle that they were referencing.
Oh, well, I
Was
mean,
just
They were-
Notorious
I don't think
Chase
so.
eating.
there's a
all the-
problem with that because the
ships.
Bermuda Triangle is in South America, so
Yeah, and there's South America.
They were in Italy.
they're in Italy.
They're in the Bermuda Triangle. Triangle is the world.
Stop
We're all
it.
gonna die.
Stop it.
The world,
Stop it.
though.
Zawardo. I feel
Yeah,
like
I feel like Dio would have a trouble with this thing.
Dio would try to kill it. He'd be like, "This stand I can't let this stand run free. There's no way to control it
Dio is
or
the
contain it.
father of
It just keeps
stands,
getting
though.
bigger too. Like, how big would it have gotten? You know?
I think the whole absolute destruction is impossible with a cop out.
Mm.
I'm like, no. See, the way I imagine Avdol beating it,
It's just setting on fire.
he just like shoots fire and it chases the fire and it just dives into an inferno. Like,
I'm imagining like
Crossfire Hurricane, just like all in one spot, and it just.
Polnareff would have to like
Polnareff.
I'm tired.
Polaris Neff.
Oh yeah, the fight between it and Polnareff would be cool because Polnareff would like he had that disjoint that with the sword, so it would be going after the sword, not the actual body of the stand. But then it'd get on him, and Polnareff would have, or like Avdol would have to like. I could see Avdol like lighting him on fire or something. Regardless, he like ejects the armor pieces
Yeah.
to get away from it.
He only
And-
did that like a couple of times, but it was cool. He could also do the whole like launching his sword blade at it. Like, that was
Yeah.
also a thing that happened.
So what
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that Stardust Crusaders was infinitely better than Part 5.
Just
Vento Oreo.
the it just felt
I have not liked Vento Oreo.
not a fan. It's gotten better, but like there's still. I mean, part four was better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I really liked Part 4. They just had really good characters.
Yeah, like I think Josuke is probably like the most well developed JoJo protagonist so far.
Yeah, Giorno's just there. I'm like, hey, I still don't think Giorno's the main character. It's just Bucciarati.
Well, for this episode, it was
It was Trish,
yeah.
Bucciarati, and Trish. Those are the two main characters.
It's like Giorno got like 2 episodes to shine, and now he's just like, he just rears his head every time everybody needs to get out of a bad situation.
Oh, you need a limb? There you go.
It's what you get for being the healer in the party.
I don't know. I thought this episode was good.
Yeah,
The fight was interesting. It's I'm still confused by how like stands activate after their death, after the stand uses death would work, because I'm like, how would you even know that it exists?
did
You're part of my royal guard. Okay, it's like, what do I do? Okay, so here's your job. I want you to run at them and die.
There must be a stand out there that
Seems
can
good.
either
I can do
they
that.
they found a way to like bind the stand to people, or there's a stand out there
Like
that can
Anubis and Cheap Trick.
maybe, but like maybe there's like a stand that can tell if someone has a stand and what their stand ability is. That would actually be like really strong.
Could be
As a support
it could be
stand.
Oingo's stand.
What does Oingo do again?
The manga book that tells the future.
Oh,
Could
that's
just
not
be
as
like, oh, he's
that's
gonna
not
use
as-
his stand.
that's not as specific.
You know how
as this
much
would be.
easier this whole like boss arc would be if Oingo existed with them, and it was just like, oh yeah, this book says that the boss is so and so.
Mm. I don't know. I feel like the book can only create like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if you follow the book's direction exactly, then stuff ends up the way the book says. But at the same time,
that's exactly how it happens. Even if they don't, because you remember the Emperor and him, Oingo and the Emperor dude, where he's like, "Oh, this book says you got to stick your fingers in Polnareff's nose." Like, what? I'm not going to do that. And next thing he knew,
Yeah.
he was doing. It's like, why am I doing this?
it's something he would never do normally, but it creates a self-fulfilling prophecy of like if you follow these actions, this result will happen. Like if they hadn't read the book, they wouldn't have done that. But since they read the book and they follow those directions, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy of following those directions. But a lot of the time, people don't want to follow those directions because they're stupid. Like shoving your fingers up someone's nose.
Shoving your nose in someone else's nose.
It's weird.
You okay, Eli?
I miss Stardust Crusaders.
Man, can you imagine when they redo part 1 and 2 with stand abilities? That's after Jolene.
Apparently, Steel Ball Run is really good.
Yeah, that's the one with Johnny
I was told that
Joestar.
this part would be good too. So
Hey, you guys know Emperor?
I heard
You guys liked Emperor? Well, Steel Ball Run, Johnny, that's his ability.
Thanks for killing that.
But he can also punch things.
Spoilers. But I've got it on pretty good. Like, I have a friend who's read ahead in the manga and they've read Steel Ball Run and they said like, yeah, Venta Oreo is not very good, but this part is pretty good.
yeah,
And I
but,
feel like when you've gotten to the point where you've written like 6 or 7 arcs for your show or for your manga, then you should probably have a pretty good idea of how to do it. You know.
Yeah, but like Stardust Crusaders, man.
I think it's more that they had a righteous goal other than just we need to find out who the mafia boss is.
Oh, Jolene's part is after this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know nothing about Jolene's part other than her ability.
I know Poochie exists.
Oh no, I also know there's a guy called Weather Report,
Yeah, he's really strong.
and he's one of the strongest because he's Storm.
I know that there's
Nice.
I know like the first part of the arc is supposed to be like a prison break or something, which sounds really interesting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember now.
And I know after that the universe gets reset and we do it all over again.
Wow, spoilers!
Yeah.
I already knew this.
Everyone knows that.
We get Johnny, Joestar, and then Josuke again.
Johnny
This
boy.
is my stand. Weird Al
Weird
grants me the ability to send us to a commercial break. Just joking, no.
Oh, okay. I thought we were actually going.
that would have been a good cut.
It'd have to have some kind of food power.
Oh man.
Weird Al.
Yeah, Weird Al.
Either that or his power would be you're always wearing parachute pants.
It's a strong.
no.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good power. It's pretty strong. I don't know, you guys. I don't think we can beat him.
We've had discussion on what you think your ability would be, right?
I don't think I had an answer. I don't know. Something cool.
I'm sticking with Wonderwall.
Something cool to beat all the other stands. My stand is to not be a JoJo character. I'm just a side character who who can live a peaceful life.
I'm that buff guy on a cell phone that they beat up in the restaurant.
Sure. I just want to live a peaceful life.
Oh no.
Uh,
I like my idea for Sabaton. You either manipulate sound waves or electromagnetic waves. I don't know which one I'd like more. I like the idea of giving people
Why not
vertigo.
just be able to spawn microwaves and throw them?
I just have like a thing of tinfoil in my back pocket.
Just pull out a tinfoil
Microwaves.
ball and put it in the microwave and punch in numbers. This is my ability. I can make microwave popcorn.
And the kernel is your head. Oh man! So in other news, I guess we're agreeing that last JoJo episode was good, but I'm still not like a super big fan of this part.
I am.
I know
I
you are.
I like it.
You have bad taste though, so
oh, snap.
Serious problem.
Yeah, but
My parents won't talk to me anymore.
I think this part's good. There's just much better parts.
yeah.
Like I think even the lows of Stardust Crusaders are like better than most of the highs of this part.
What's a low of Stardust Crusaders, though? Tell me that.
Exactly. I don't
car
know.
episode.
Yeah, the car episode.
Wheel of Fortune?
That's still good though.
That was still
Yeah.
really good.
I know.
Because
Because my
the
point.
antagonist of that episode is what made it great. The fact that it was a stereotypical Skip's leg day guy.
The sun was pretty weird.
That was a good episode.
That
though.
was weird.
Because
That
once they
was
figured
weird.
it out, they all started laughing. And then Jotaro just throws a rock.
I still feel like, well, maybe it's because he's old and he has poor vision, but that definitely felt like a very Joseph Joestar thing to do. Like he would figure that out pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's my one qualm about Stardust is that they never gave Joseph.
He's got that one
Chance to shine.
episode where he gets to do stuff, but like, well, okay, he's got a couple fights.
He made sure that Dio didn't kill him when he could because he filled himself with Hammond. He
Mm.
wrapped himself in Hierophant purple and then sent Hammond through it. And Dio was like,
That's gross.
I'd put my fist through your chest right now, but got Hammond.
You're covered in barbed wire.
And
You're covered in barbed wire.
for
and
some
Sunny
reason,
D.
I was gonna make a joke, but I can't top that.
If I cover myself in barbed wire and electrify the wire, he can't touch me. That's right, I can't. But I mean, you're kind of doing my job for me there, bro.
I was thinking more of I want to punch him, but he's covered in maple syrup, and I just washed the shirt.
Nice.
Uh,
Man. In other news, so you guys know who Idris Elba is?
No,
I think so. Remind me. The name sounds familiar.
He's the you know Heimdall from Thor.
Yeah.
That guy. Okay, so he joined the Suicide Squad. They're gonna make. I think it's like a soft reboot.
Is he going to be Deadshot?
That's what we all thought, but apparently Deadshot's not going to be in this one because Will Smith is going to Will Smith was dropping out of it because he had a scheduling conflict, but the door's still open for him to come back. But at that point, we thought Idris Elba was going to be the new Deadshot.
Yeah.
Turns out he's going to be a completely different character.
Is he gonna be Slipknot and he's not gonna die?
Who do you think he's going to be?
That's a good
Black
question.
Batman.
Black man.
Black man.
Okay.
Let's
Well.
cut that. That's not in the script.
I don't know very many Suicide Squad characters.
Watch him be the dog welder.
I know that Harley Quinn she's recently been in Suicide Squad a lot.
There's only one Suicide Squad, but sure.
No, I mean in the comics. She recently got added because they've been working really hard to make Harley Quinn kind of her own character and not just one connected to Joker.
I hate Harley Quinn.
I'm not a fan, but
I like the
don't really
cartoon
care.
Harley Quinn because she did a complete turnaround to character with like rehabilitation.
oh yeah, in the Batman.
Did you see that cartoon episode where like it's like doctor used to treat me back at Arkham and she like starts back away. It's like no please don't. I'm cured now. See, and she just carries it around. It's like a framed certificate of sanity.
It's awesome, actually.
So
remember
Harley Quinn was no more.
in Batman
Arlene Quinzel. That's
in
her
Bat-
name.
Mhm.
in Batman Beyond, there's there's the Joker gang, like in the future and stuff. There's these.
Oh yeah, the ones that killed Terrence McGinnis's father.
Yeah, there are these there's this scene in the movie where these two thugs are like being like they're being released from the police station, and like this old lady is like dragging them away, like berating them and stuff, and they're like, "We're sorry, Uncle Harley. We'll never do it again."
Her aunt.
Or Aunt Harley. I'm tired.
Man, I'd like a live action Batman Forever movie.
I want a Batman Beyond movie.
Batman Beyond, that's what it's called.
Batman Beyond is so good.
Brave and the Bold movie.
They're making there's a couple trailers out. There's a couple trailers out for the Batman and the Ninja Turtles animated movie.
Ugh.
When are
I
we
have
gonna
to
get
watch
the
it.
Batman and Scooby Doo movie again?
There's been a couple. I think there's one they made
Yeah,
back in the
I
day.
said again.
Again, they made one for Batman,
We need
the Brave and the Bold.
updated with Shaggy's actual power level. You know, all those people who say that Shaggy uses a percentage of their power are all sacrilegious because that's assuming that Shaggy has a limit. You guys got like another 25 minutes with me. How are you going to survive?
Ooh, wow. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do. James Gunn is directing.
Your speaking privileges have been
James Gunn
revoked.
has some really good movies.
He's directing the Suicide Squad.
He's also doing, I think, Brightburn. Is that him? Is that James Gunn? I think it is.
I can look it up right quick.
Oh, I was taking my headset off.
It's David Yarovsky.
David
Okay,
Yarovsky.
I don't know why I thought it was James Gunn. It's weird.
Oh my goodness, David.
It's produced by
Dem-
James Gunn. Okay. That makes sense.
Jackson Dunn. Who's playing the kid? Is that Jackson Dunn?
It's me. I'm
Jackson
playing the
A.
kid.
Dunn.
Click on him. Click on him. I want to see more about this kid because he looks
Yeah,
terrifying.
so Jackson A. Dunn is playing
Small Superman.
the Brandon Braves in Brightburn.
Yeah,
Right.
it'll be interesting.
Wait, are those other movies that he starred in?
Yeah, show and I think they're TV shows.
Scent of Rain and Lightning. I haven't heard of that.
Hmm.
Anyway, we can't do this. We gotta talk instead of just look at
Yeah,
stuff.
so I'm excited about that. Idris Elba news. Should be interesting. I'm hoping that this is actually a good Suicide Squad movie.
I guess I'm kind of indifferent. I've never been a huge fan of Suicide Squad. I
I
know
like the concept, but
it is a cool idea, but like,
I'm curious for how they're gonna change things.
maybe make a good movie.
maybe
Yeah.
not.
Maybe Jared Leto will not be Joker.
You know, I feel bad for
Uh.
Jared Leto because, like, I don't feel it was a problem with his acting. I think it was a problem with the direction they were wanting to go with the Joker in general.
It felt more like the thug Joker.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with like a Joker that's a gangster because that's a Joker that's been in the comics. But like, there's a certain way you got to do it, and they just went for it. He didn't feel like a maniacal, like, master manipulator.
I
He
think
just felt like some crazy thug.
He was an okay
Like,
Joker except for the laugh. That was the main thing that set me apart. Yeah. When I think of the Joker, I want that crazy clown laugh.
He felt like a Tumblr. He felt like some Tumblrite trying to be a Joker.
I'd like to like say whether he was good or bad, but honestly, he got like 10 minutes in the movie. I can't really make a judgment off that.
And
I
all the
can.
scenes that he was in were so chopped.
Especially
Yeah.
the one where Harley jumped into the gas canister.
Like, did you see the one where he? Did you see the club scene, dude? Like, there's actually this like cuts to where like you're like they're like having the characters are having dialogue, and then the next scene they're like a few feet. They're like a few feet in a different spot. You're like, what's happening?
I didn't notice that. No.
That's frightening.
You're like, I'm like, oh my lord, this is jarring. Like, ugh.
Speaking,
I was just more upset because the Suicide Squad characters didn't act like what the characters would. Deadshot, with the whole shooting Harley and getting time off his sentence,
Yeah, he'd do that.
he would have just instantly
Instantaneously.
killed Harley.
Yeah.
He would
And
have.
it'd be like, oops,
shot her. Like,
oops, I missed. I'm like, Will Smith, shut up. You're not Deadshot. You're Will Smith playing as Will Smith as Deadshot, and it sucks.
I like Will Smith.
I feel strongly about that because Deadshot's really cool.
I mean, I think he could have toned down Will Smith a little bit, but
So some kind of
I don't-
Suicide
I don't
Squad.
know.
He's
I think
supposed
the
to be
message would have been
some kind of
cooler if like they didn't.
Suicide Squad.
They're like trying to get them to work together, but like the only way they work together is like trying to kill these people that have got them in prison.
Captain Boomerang was just there
Why is Captain Boomerang a thing?
because he's cool.
No, he's not.
He
Yeah,
throws
He
boomerangs.
got trick
That's
boomerangs.
stupid.
I don't know if I've told you, but that's the only character I felt played the role correctly.
I always thought the Green Arrow was a dumb character, but like
You didn't think Harley Quinn was
Captain
played well?
Boomerang is like
No, Harley Quinn was played well. I like Captain Boomerang more.
I don't like Harley Quinn. You know who I was the most mad about more than any other character?
Killer Croc.
Killer
Killer Croc.
Oh,
Why did they do that? Why
Yeah.
have you done this to my beautiful boy, my beautiful scaly boy?
I'm Killer. I'm Killer Croc. It's like,
I'm-
stop! You're supposed to go.
I'm
"Ugh."
beautiful. Why aren't you ripping people open and eating them?
I'm just misunderstood.
No, you eat
I want a
people.
TV. I want a TV in my sewer. That was. Did you see the afterwards when they're all in their jail cells and Killer Croc's just chilling out watching like the Days of Our Lives on the TV?
Stupid movie.
Finally, I can catch up on Friends.
Getting.
oh,
we talk-
Monica.
Can we talk about the Joker trailer that came out?
Yeah,
Is that on our thing?
we should talk about that after a break, maybe.
Sure. Let's do that, I guess.
So we're gonna have a short break, some music, an ad. We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
Don't do it.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and in '09 it was me, your fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when one of my embers landed on dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. You're listening to Hair of the Dog with Husky, Updog, and Drowsy Bassett.
What's up, morning people?
This-
We got
yes.
like a few minutes left. We're going to go into some discussions on some recent movie trailers that came out.
Yes, mainly the Joker trailer and some Godzilla info. I guess we wanted to talk about the Godzilla stuff that came out first. So obviously there's a new TV spot that released, I think, with The Walking Dead. I'm not sure. It was a TV spot. It was titled Beautiful. It showed some cool new stuff. Man, oh man. I haven't watched it in a cool minute.
Apparently, there's supposed to be like a lot more monsters in
Yeah.
this movie than we initially thought.
Yeah, I know it showed some. I know it showed some more Ghidorah.
I like Ghidorah.
So all the monsters CGI looks spot on.
Mm.
It's fantastic. Is that the one where they showed Godzilla and Ghidorah running at each other?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
I think I just watched it over the music break, but there's some monsters coming up out of the ground. I couldn't tell what they were initially, but like I know a couple of them can burrow, like Anguirus can burrow. I think
I think you're thinking Baragon.
which one is Baragon?
He's a little puppy monster. He's
No,
not he's not
no.
an actual puppy, but
No, not Baragon. I hate Baragon. I don't want him in my movie.
like
I like Godzilla.
The bug one with the bug one with the drills on his hands.
Megalon.
Megalon can dig.
Megalon can dig.
I like Megalon too.
He's one of the most underrated kaiju out there.
He's pretty good. In the Godzilla,
He's a giant beetle with drills for
yeah,
hands.
yeah.
And he shoots lasers out of his big horn. It's cool.
He's a beetle.
The beetle.
I kind of like. Do you think these monsters will like actually be involved in the story, like beyond just like I think Ghidorah, Rodan, I think Mothra, and Godzilla were like the 4 big ones we knew we were gonna get. Do you think these other ones that are gonna show up are gonna have like stuff in the plot, or do you think they're just gonna show up and be like, oh, there's more monsters?
They're probably gonna have stuff in the plot in the next one. Here's my prediction. Okay, so this fight between Ghidorah is probably gonna wake up a whole bunch of other ones. They're gonna start stirring, and then that's what we're gonna be left with is all these other kaiju waking up all over the world. And the next one, it's gonna be like a Planet of the Apes situation.
Oh god,
like these things have been running amok across the world.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, yeah.
I'm wondering about like in this movie, it seems like they're setting up for like the humans to help Godzilla.
Yeah, it feels like we're gonna be relying on him to like.
Yeah,
because.
Yeah. And that makes me wonder about
there are cave paintings that were shown in the trailer of like people worshiping Godzilla and Godzilla, I guess, defending settlements. So I guess it's like a give and take relationship,
a symbiosis.
Yeah.
Listen, you give me attention, I'll kill everything for you.
It's interesting because the same thing was happening in the Kong Skull Island movie.
Exactly. I was thinking like, how are they going to set up Kong versus Godzilla if they're?
It's just, I mean, I think it'd just be a contest between alpha predators. But
I mean,
I hope they fight together in the end.
In most of the King Kong
Batman,
versus
Superman.
What if they just did the whole Batman versus Superman movie, but with the kaijus?
It's
so
like
everything happens.
Mothra, why did you say that name? Why did you say that name?
Are we friends now?
Oh my gosh, best friends. The
Godzilla gets
There's
stabbed.
a super big skull crawler that Godzilla just eats.
I've only seen like a couple of the Godzilla versus King Kong movies, but I know like usually what happens is the people like get King Kong and they bring him into conflict with Godzilla to like stop him from wrecking Tokyo or whatever.
That happened once.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was average-tastic. I just hope they always portray Godzilla as like some like really stupid animal that can be lured into really stupid situations, like they just like start laying Godzilla Raids down. Again. That one, maybe that's not the movie. The movie that we watched where it was like it was just Godzilla attacking Tokyo again, and he was like lured by these ultrasonic waves. He just walked into a volcano. I was like, okay.
Ooh, piece of candy.
I don't know.
Ooh, piece of candy.
I'll be honest. I fell asleep about halfway through the movie.
Yeah, they lured him into a volcano. Yeah. It was pretty boring. I like it better when Godzilla displays a modicum of intelligence, and he's not like, oh, King Kong has the advantage because he's smarter. I'm like, no, listen, like Godzilla can be smart too.
I hope they give some of these monsters like better origins, like some of the newer ones that show up, like Space Godzilla.
Yeah. Now, I'd like Kong to be a little bit more resourceful and smarter. Like,
sure,
he uses weapons in Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, Kong Skull Island is really good.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
What?
When Kong pulls out a shotgun.
I like when he used like a boat propeller.
I like how Kong actually actively saves humans. Yeah, the bolt propeller.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that the woman didn't die in his crushed fist as he was pummeling.
Well, he probably just had it like this.
Yeah, but he was punching the monster with that hand. And if his hand is too loose to not crush the girl, then she'll just like fly around.
So really soft.
I don't know, Monkey. Like
spicy good.
Also, got to remember he's a giant gorilla. Gorillas have pretty strong hands.
Yeah,
they crushed a lady.
To not crush a lady. But
we did scientific proof. We went to a zoo and said, "Gorilla,
he
hold
can be
this
your
lady."
Angle or your devil.
Angle.
Your angle and your delve.
But yeah, I'm excited for this movie. I hope it's good. It'll probably be good. I can't really see unless they like totally make it about the people and just focus too much on that. That's the only real way I can see it being bad.
Yeah. There was like 5 minutes of like footage from the IMAX, from Shazam IMAX, where it showed Rodan and Mothra fighting in the air. It was like 2 bald eagles fighting, and I was like, it's so good.
2 American monsters.
I can never take Mothra seriously.
Dude, when do you think they're going to make a Shazam versus Superman movie?
I don't think they will, but
'Cause it happens many times in the cartoons and comics.
I'm sorry, what? Who versus-
Shazam versus Superman.
I think DC should focus on not making versus movies for a while.
For a while, unless it is the Huntress versus Question, because then that just gets them in love.
I think I'm done with DC for the most part, except for maybe this new Joker movie.
And
That
Shazam.
actually,
If they
It's-
make a
I haven't
Bawanda
seen
Beast
Shazam
movie,
yet.
I've heard good things about Shazam. Let me tell you what.
make a movie about Bawanda Beast origin story.
No.
No.
Anyways,
I'm man.
that's not
Here
the only
horse.
trailer that came out. Joker trailer came out. Let me tell you, it looks okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not really that excited about it. I'm going to be honest.
It doesn't look bad,
Eh.
but I mean, I think it looks less like a superhero
like-
or villain movie.
I feel like Joker tagline was thrown on it just to generate the ad revenue.
Well, I know, like
It's going to be a crime drama.
I'm actually okay with that, to be honest.
It's like a Saw type movie, and Joker's not even in it.
I guess like as far as I'm kind of tired of superhero movies, and I know the best superhero movies are the most like critically acclaimed ones. Kind of tried to pull away from a lot of the
and I
old
don't mind
tropes.
that, but it's like, what's the Joker without Batman? I'm really not interested. I'm going to be honest.
Well, there's also supposed to be like a Batman movie coming soon. Just a standalone,
near you.
like a standalone, more mystery-focused Batman movie.
That'll be interesting.
I'd watch it.
Remember the Batman Begins? That was pretty cool. Wish we had movies like that still.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. I want a Batman Beyond movie.
That could be really good or really bad.
Who do you think would win? Spider-Man: Homecoming or Batman Beyond?
I don't care.
They're pretty much the same person. It's just one of them doesn't have web.
Anyways,
Wait, what?
Batman Beyond
you guys
and
have been
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
listening to the Doghouse.
What time is
I
it?
think we just went off air.
Oh no, we got 20 seconds.
I said 20 minutes.
We don't.
Yeah, we're off air.
No.
We've been off.
Oh, okay. Did you refresh it?
Yeah,
Okay.
We've been off air for a good
1 minute.
20 seconds.
Yeah. All right. So we're off air on that, but we're not off air here on YouTube.
You will
So
never be rid of us.
come listen to us for this Friday at I was going by that time, or I shouldn't have gone by that time.
No. Yeah, come check us
We
out.
started 5 minutes late with that
I
one.
know.
Yeah.
I should have known. But
Come-
anyways,
Come
yeah.
check us out 2 to 4 on Friday.
Yeah, that's our better show. I'm gonna be honest. The Doghouse, fantastic show. Let me
It's
tell you.
better because I'm not there.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
We're also more awake. And I think we're
I'm
more,
fine right now. It's just
There's
I'm not.
actual care put into what you say.
We usually have enough time to set up all the tech.
I think we're more passionate about video games than we are this stuff. Except for Godzilla. I really like talking about Godzilla.
Godzilla looks really good.
Unpopular opinion: Kong Skull Island was my favorite movie of 2018
Okay.
or 2017 when
Sure.
it came out.
Perfectly valid.
It's a
thing
pretty
to
good
say
movie.
If you like that kind
I
of
can't
movie.
even remember what else came out that year.
Kong Skull Island.
I think.
Anyway,
probably a Marvel movie.
We'll be
came
back
out.
next week from 11 to 12 on Saturday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Be sure to listen to our other show, The Doghouse, from 2 to 4 on Fridays. You've been listening to Hair of the Dog with Husky, Updog, and Drowsy Bassett. You can touch the dial now.
Adios.
Adios.
Don't you dare touch that
Talk to you.
Don't touch the dial.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.